understand why people would be upset or outraged that it's not Lil Wayne. But what I also want to add to this is Kendrick Lamar, in his whole branding and career, has exemplified Black American culture and protecting it, examining it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. So Master P is calling for Kendrick Lamar to include Lil Wayne in his halftime show next year. The former rapper congratulated Kendrick Lamar for doing the next year's show on Instagram, then acknowledged that fans want to see Lil Wayne as well because he's from there. So he posted, "Salute to Kendrick Lamar for performing at the halftime show Super Bowl next year. Well deserved. He's one of the hardest music artists in the world currently and has one of the biggest songs right now. As an ambassador of entertainment in this city, I have to agree with the fans that Lil Wayne should be part of this celebration as well. He's one of the greatest hip-hop artists alive, still relevant, and he's a native. Let's not miss this cultural moment in the South. Life is too short. We have to give our legends their flowers while they are here."
And why people would be upset or outraged that it's not Lil Wayne. But what I also want to add to this is Kendrick Lamar, in his whole branding and career, has exemplified Black American culture and protecting it, examining it, pushing it forward. This last year, obviously one of the most talked about artists because he was in a back and forth with Drake. And then put out the record Not Like Us, which goes on to be now, I guess there's the most performed HBCU song of the year. So there's that component which works into the New Orleans backdrop, right? So you have the HBCUs that are in the city. You have the popularity of jazz and the invention of jazz, which comes from New Orleans, and brass instruments. You have the exalting of Black culture, which is a part of Kendrick's brand. New Orleans is a traditionally Black city. So and if it wasn't Kendrick and Drake going at it, Lil Wayne would be on the set too, because Kendrick's a Lil Wayne fan. Yeah. But we know that that's probably not going to work out.
Not at all.
So I think everything can be true in this scenario. Yeah. People can be rightfully upset. People could also be rightfully incorrect in the expectation that it would always match the city. And people can also still find joy in Kendrick Lamar if they get over their outrage of Lil Wayne, because Kendrick Lamar will come out there and have put on a great show like he's done. Even when you go back and look when he was up with Dre and M and that whole
and that
thing.
was 2 minutes.
His little 2 minutes was fire.
Yep.
So now you build that out.
You're giving me 13 to 14 minutes of what that could look like.
And do we get Beyonce still, because they have songs together?
I mean,
do we get Taylor Swift?
No.
Because they have songs together.
Just stop.
Wait, what?
You could have stopped that. Like Beyonce was, that was enough.
Beyonce was enough.
Yo,
That's
Eddie,
cool, bro.
Why is it a problem? Why is
Maybe
Taylor
we'll get
Swift
Future. There's a new Future tape coming out.
Why does Taylor always have to insert herself?
She didn't insert herself.
That was
He did a song with her.
Why?
Taylor Swift's the biggest thing.
You want to see her?
Is that one of your favorite?
You want to see her with Kendrick?
It's not what I'm saying.
Wait, is that one of your favorite Kendrick songs?
I'm saying there is a potential for Kendrick Lamar to bring out both Taylor and Beyonce at the Super Bowl in New Orleans. That's all I'm saying, because they have songs together. Not because I'm wishing it or hoping it, any of that. I'm just putting out the fact that Kendrick Lamar could do something that would just tilt the world on its axis.
Don't send any crazy exptions here, Ebro. This is how it all begins with the expectations. Now people are expecting a Taylor Swift cameo at the Super Bowl.
Maybe Beyonce. Maybe Taylor Swift.
Do not expect that. I'm dreaming, okay? I'm pontificating. Last week, after the Kendrick Lamar announcement, why did the discussion of Drake being offered the Super Bowl multiple times and turn it down become a discussion piece? That wasn't weird to y'all?
This whole Drake.
It's not weird. And one, this is all started with, the Rory and Mal podcast, shout out to Mal.
Yeah.
Mal said he had spoke to Drake and they talked about him being offered or not, whatever the case is. And then Elliot, shout out to DJ Head and, that podcast, Elliot said he spoke to certain people saying that, he was offered it 4 times or he turned it but
then the NFL said that never happened.
Yeah, then the NFL was like, nah, that's none of that.
That was an
true.
official statement from the NFL?
From the NFL.
But also, too, who cares?
Well, that's why I said it was weird.
That's why.
But that's why I started with, wasn't that weird? Because Whoever talking.
Elliot.
Why would you think that it's a good idea to bring that up now?
Maybe this is why.
Well, I think Maul brought it up after the announcement was made.
We know why Maul brought it up.
Why?
Because Maul's very invested in this. We know why Maul brought it up. It wasn't for no reason.
I'm not even talking about why he brought it up. If he is then as invested as you're talking about, and everybody's on the memo, gets the memo of what they're supposed to promote and talk about and what's okay to be said, right? Because I'm sure if he knew this already, right, why did it come up after Kendrick's announcement? It makes it look like, I was already offered that. And if that was the case, why didn't you take it?
And also, if you didn't want to take it, understandable. Like, that's cool.
And if you didn't want to, why bring it up now?
This is why Kendrick wants to watch the party die. It's very confusing out here. Just be a lot of chaos for no reason except for the sake of chaos, right?
I've never seen this much discourse with a Super Bowl performance and so many theories and conspiracies.
But I think that's why it was a great selection.
Already a success.
I know. I agree with you. Because when I woke up, I was like, shit. I didn't know.
So y'all better learn how to speak Luke Bryant, because that's what y'all going to be getting in the future, because y'all ruining this right now for us. Hey, man, learn how to speak American country, because that's all we get. Lainey Wilson or something about to be performing next year, because y'all fucking this up.
Well, no, I think the discourse ultimately is great for the Super Bowl. And it's great for tune-in, right? Because this is now must-see TV.
Gotta see what he's gonna do.
You gotta see what he's gonna do, what he's gonna say, how he's gonna handle it, who the special guests are. And, Kendrick and that team keep everything very close. They don't have, pundits spilling secrets or whoever they're, however that works. So anyway, see, whether you're happy or not, there's a lot of emotion around the halftime performer, which I think bodes well for tune-in at this point and coverage, right? So we'll watch this whole thing play out. And on the Kendrick...
Everything about this lie is unbelievable.
Why? He's been one of the biggest artists in the world.
I can see him being offered to do it, but I don't see him turning it down.
That means what to the NFL?
It means that he's transcended all genres of people, and it would be a great marketing thing to have him doing the
Drake's going to do a Super Bowl.
The NFL is the NFL, and if you turn us down the first time, we're not doubling back the next 3 times to see if you want to do it.
That's not what I said. I said I think that the offer could have potentially been presented
4 times.
No, I didn't say that. I said the offer could have been presented to him.
Oh man! Oh yeah! I'm not against that.
Yeah,
I'm not against that. The NFL is not doubling back. If you turn it down, you turn it down.
Gotcha.
You don't turn it down, for the most part.
Homeboy ain't get fucking more than 1+1 at the Met Gala yet. Them companies that still think they them companies ain't looking at him the way all of us look at him. Sorry, buddy, that just sounded, you know what I mean? And with you doing everything in the world to appeal to anybody that listens to anything out there, there's no evidence in the last few years of your career that you even at the point to turn down the Super Bowl. You just would do that out of arrogance and I'm me, I'm in my bag, nah, fuck out of here, nigga. But no, he would do the Super Bowl if they called.
He would 100% do the Super Bowl.
And if they wanted him to do the Super Bowl, he would do the Super Bowl.
And not just that,
because they would make it right.
As arrogant as he is, we'd have heard about it. He would have threw that in a verse somewhere or something.
Especially when the hook is as big as the Super Bowl. You and Cole, but I only got offered you the dope. Yeah, he'd have threw that right in our face.
He'd definitely.
Not to say that he won't never do it and don't have the catalog to do it. He 100% can do it.
He should do it.
Shout out to him. And that's the end of that. Ish, I did want to double back to and re-listening to the pod and our dispute about, and then we'll leave this Drake stuff. The Drake and fucking the girl, and that little dispute we had. Some